Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to Like Blizzard. And today we are going to be doing our daily prediction, or weekly prediction video, I should say. We are going to be predicting Friday's content, and honestly, I don't know what to say, boys. I've had a quick chat with the chat, and we should get content Friday. There is a good chance that we don't get content Friday, and I'll explain why as well. So with Shido ending on the 1st of May, we also have, the 2 limited cards ending on the 1st of May. Maybe they push the movie buffs to the 1st of May as well. It would be really unfortunate if they did. Maybe they'll release an SSR, as Madara was pointing out. They might give us the Shido SSR. But I don't want to predict that. I want to predict the movie buffs. So, if you guys would let me, and I'm hoping this is not the 1st of May. I'm hoping this is Friday. This is Copium. But we should be getting the Nagi, Ryo, and the SSR buffs. They may phase it, so they might do week 1 this and this, and then week 2 they might do this and this. I don't know. But yeah, so let's go in, let's check out Nagi quickly. So if you guys, do end up getting the Nagi, I don't think he's on 100% kick. I think that's his later buffed version. He will be on about 70-something% kick though, if I'm not wrong. And his base stats are 120% lecture bonus. He has the constant kick up. He's got a bunch of other cool things. And his tiles are absolutely magnificent. If I'm not wrong, they're ×8 or ×9 multipliers on them, if I remember right. And they just sort of do everything. They're very, very powerful tiles. They're pretty much going to be the strongest tiles at that moment, along with their aura. The aura that they bring is absolutely massive. So, yeah. This is going to be fantastic. Now, I don't think we have access to their links here, which is really sad. It's been removed from this website, so I can't show you their links. But for those of you who already have him, you already know that this card isn't limited. You can get it year-round, so I wouldn't panic too much. Now, on the flip side, this card here is limited. So the Nagi SSR would be limited. Chances are they're going to come out together. And if they do, this is the one that you should be gunning for, because it's going to be a very, very powerful SSR. Again, you've got the 120% lecture bonus. Ignore 140. It later gets buffed to 140. For now, it is going to be 120% lecture bonus. It does come with a huge kick constant, and it's going to come with lecture rate. Well, when I say comes with this, I mean it's going to be buffed into this. For those of you who are picking up for the first time, this is what it's going to come with. The banner should be out as well. Right, in terms of cards, as you can see, it's got some really, really decent cards for both technical and for kick. It is a kick-heavy card, so the thing you're going for is kick on this mostly. But you can run it on your technical runs and still have very good, ×8, I think, multipliers. You're going to hit some really big numbers with this. I don't actually remember if the skill was any good, so you can have a read through this. I'll sort of keep it on this screen for a little bit, but it might be a decent skill. And then we're going to scroll down and look at the training links. So with Nagi and Ryo combined, if let's say you had them both to level 100, so you have Nagi and the SSR, you'll have 10% constant tech, you'll have 10% stamina, 10% physical, 10% kick, and 10% intel. As you can see, you get a nice buff on pretty much everything. So it's a really cool card to have and put into your training teams. A lot of people are going to be using this just as a core for a lot of teams, especially if you're sort of free to play or like a low spender. Just by maxing these 4 cards, you're going to have a really good base going in. Now, it's not going to be the optimal way to train, but it's going to be a really good base. Now, the same applies for Ryo. So, having them at max, we'll just have a look at the max stats. So, it increases your technique acquisition when dribbling. So, this is for technical training. You're going to end up running both because, again, 15% more stats or 15% more technical in your technical training. Really, really solid. If you have the 2 cards plus the SSR, you can see it's a 30% kick constant. So, yep, that's correct. Ryo will be in your kick teams. He is providing quite a bit there. And then, of course, with the SSR as well, the current SSR, that we have, you will get a 15% kick constant and a 15% stamina constant, plus some fixed bonuses, which honestly don't mean much. It's really here that what you're after. When you're training technical, yep, you're correct. Again, there is more tech constant, because why wouldn't there be? And then as you scroll further down, you'll have some kick power acquisition from the new Shido, so that's always really good as well. And then later on, that card that I said I didn't want to talk about, well, here it is. That card is also going to get like a kick constant when it eventually comes out. Now, I don't want to scroll too far down because a lot of this is like future stuff, but as you can see, he does go on and on and on and have lots of links. That's why this card is really, really good. So if you can pick it up, do pick it up. It is solid. It's actually kind of like that borrow card replacement. The Borrow Limited card, whilst really good, this is also just as good and it covers most of what the Borrow card does. Right, now, I do want to talk over the Ryo and the Ryo SSR counterpart as well, so we'll quickly go through that too. That's what I'm saying, this video might be a little long, which is why we're going to go through it a little quickly. But we should have about 70% speed, 72% speed, something like that. It shouldn't be 100%, that's a bit crazy. And then we should have 120% lecture bonus, as you can see, and some lecture rate. So a lot of this isn't changing, a lot of this is currently what we have in Global, which is great. What is changing is the tiles. So the tiles are very, very powerful, and speed is about to get really strong thanks to this Ryo buff. Again, you're looking at ×8 multipliers, ×9 multipliers even on these cards. So this is going to be really, really solid. And I don't think we're going to have the links, but what's cool is we can go and refer back to the SSR to see all the links. He does come with pretty much the rainbow skill shouldn't change. So there you are, that is Ryo. Let's cover the SSR. This SSR is really, really powerful. It is going up to 120%, well actually it's already on 120%, and it's going to get its lecture rate. It should only be 50%, not 70, but who knows. It will have the constant speed, it'll have, you know, a bunch of other stuff on it, which is really solid. Again, big upgrade on the tiles that we have, and guess what? Let's have a look at the links, because that's what we're here for. Now, speed's about to get crazy, as I said. With Kira, you're going to be able to get increase SP lecture rate during Ultra Shuttle Run 15%. That's actually quite trash. That's nothing crazy. That's just lecture rate 15%. It is what it is. Right, once you come down to Ryo, because, you know, Ryo with Ryo, increased speed gained with Ultra Shuttle Run 30%. That's massive. This is effectively what you get on your workout gear. These are really, really strong. It's a really strong buff. This just makes them really cool together. And then again, this card plus the Nagi, you get it in kick, really, really strong. Zantetsu, another one that you're going to get that full Ultra Shuttle Run. This is so powerful. I can't stress how much power we're going to gain, or how much speed we're going to gain from this. And then we'll ignore this Nagi because no one really uses that Nagi, but as you can see, we'll get some speed constant off this Chigiri. I don't think this Chigiri is good enough to run in your comps. This is a bit of a bait. You'll probably be still running Christmas Chigiri over this one. Right, Mitoma and Zantetsu become pretty pivotal in the speed comps because you get a little bit of a constant buff. And again, if you just merge these three together, you'll get another speed constant, which is really solid. Later on, when Otoya comes out, he becomes hyper meta. But as you can see, this card does sort of work with a lot of cards, so it's another one that I'd really max. Going into this, the cards you want to max are the two limiteds. It's the SSR here and the SSR here. The Nagi and Ryo you should hit naturally. But yeah, boys, this is what I think is going to come out on Friday. If not, it's going to come out on Thursday, the 1st of May. I'm praying we don't have to wait till the 1st of May. I'm praying we can just get it on the Friday and we can just, you know, crack on and we don't have to see another, like, horrible release for a while. But, you know, that is what it is. I'm going to go back to chat because I'm sure they are itching to talk to me, and I'll see the rest of you on a later video. Bye.